Welcome to the Revogba show. My name is Raquel, and during the next 10 minutes, we'll be providing you with some random shit. Enjoy. You'll notice the logos on the side. You can click on any of them to skip this dumb intro and watch that specific show. Now that you know how it all works, let's move on with random tidbits. And now I'm going to give you some advice about Valentine's Day. But before I continue, I think it's a pretty stupid holiday because why choose a specific day to be nice to your special someone?
Why choose any day? Gow.
Because, I mean, basically, if it was me, I'd like to be surprised. And on Valentine's Day, you're expecting something. It's kind of lame. But anyway, as I was saying, if you want to do something special, you have to be creative. That's my #1 advice. Be creative. And the way you can be creative is you have to try and do something that you have to think outside the box for. Like, let's say if your girl's a rocker chick, you get her a piercing or a tattoo. Or if she's girly, get her a makeup kit. But personally, the artistic and dreamy type, like me, I prefer something more artsy and craftsy. Like, I don't know, maybe you reconstruct the setting where you first kissed. That would be my advice on that matter. So, besides the basic flowers and, chocolates, go with something more out of the box. Thank you.
I am in a bit of a jam. The state bar has suspended my license. They found out my college degree was less than legitimate.
Well, I thought you had a bachelor's from Columbia.
And now I have to get one from America.
Joe McHale stars in the new comedy in which he plays an ex-lawyer who has his bar license revoked due to the lack of credible college degree. He is then forced to start all over and attend a community college, where in his attempt to woo a classmate, he forms a Spanish study group. A surprising amount of people end up joining the study group, forming the rest of the hilarious cast. The show is filled with many likable characters, each with their own individual comedic timing and style, which mesh well together for good laughs, and that's why Community is a Rebel pick of the week.
Oh, good evening. I didn't see you there. I'd like to talk about what are the things I hate. Anything. MySpace women. Bunch of bitches. Have you ever noticed how they do that stupid duck face? You know what I'm talking about. I hate that shit. Then you just see 12-year-old girls dressing like little whores. And you wonder, their parents are always wondering, like, why are all these grown men talking to my little girl like if she were some grown woman? She looks like a stripper. And she deserves to get raped. This is Martin. Have a good day.
And now, for the latest in Revogba news. After 2 years of procrastination, Pedro has finally released a comic. We were all overjoyed at the prospect of finally having something to show the people, which would show that we actually do something. His second comic is now in development, and we expect it to be released sometime in the end of the world, maybe by 2012. Coincidence? I think not. In other news, Caesar has yet to find a job. We have nothing to elaborate on this, we just feel it would be funny to mention it. The Revogba website will see its first update in 2 years. Instead of showing coming soon, we are changing the message to nothing will ever happen with this website. And now, with the Foxy Corner, where we actually answer your sex questions.
Woo!
So, I have a few here. I'm going to probably just read them all. Let's see the first one. Why does it hurt and bleed? Gee, are we talking about, like, an injury here? Bobby Wings from Pennsylvania? Why does it hurt and bleed? Well, frankly, wow, this is a very vague question. Next. What does jizz taste like? By David Fondue from Kentucky. Well, actually, personally, I would think it depends on the man. But, in my opinion, if we don't factor in flavor, I believe it probably tastes something like phlegm. And that's about it. It's thick and it's just ill. Anyways, next. What do I do about bed sheets after it's squirted on? Augustin Malvo from Iowa. What do I do about bed sheets after it's squirted on? Well, you can have the option to keep them there, have them, you know, dry busted nut on your sheets, or you could, I don't know, pick them up and use them a little tied, right? You know, I mean, that's what I would do. Gross. Next. I live my life fucking countless women. Now I can't seem to find my wife attractive. Any advice? By Johnson Cummings. Very smart. Very, very smart. Ass. Anyway, I live my life fucking countless women. Is your wife attractive? That's the question. You say you don't find her attractive. Well, what's missing? Is she missing a boob or something? I mean, any advice? My advice would be tell her she's not attractive anymore. Tell her what she has to do to be attractive. And then when she does it, I mean, if she has to dress like me, right? Next. And last but not least, my Wang Chung is so big, where can I put it? By Ronnie Waltz from Florida. Well, if it's so big, I mean, find a big woman. Maybe her kitty will be big enough for your Wang Chung. That would be my advice. And now, if you have any further questions, you can always ask me in the next show. And that's all we have for this week. Make sure you subscribe and tune in to next week for